Hey folks, this is Dan Chambers with Chambers Horsemanship. I'm sure most of you out there are a little more familiar with my wife and my two boys, Levi and Cole. But we've recently been asked by several clients to try to run a short series of tack tips each week. And this has been very beneficial for other trainers and clinics in the past. So I thought we'd go ahead and try it. And because let's face it, that's how we all learn, is from other people sharing information. So we'll just try to run this short series, and we'll start today. Behind me I've got Cole. He's finished up with a training session, and what I'm going to try to show you is how I put my saddle away, either moving from one horse to the next, or if I'm putting it in storage. But I want to show you how I do my latigo straps and how I fasten my cinches. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started here, and I'll get my stirrup flipped up here so people can see a little better. And get his back cinch undone. I'll go ahead and start undoing my front cinch so we can show you how my latigo goes. So now that it's done, hanging here, I fold this up from the back side, and I want to come up through my D-ring on the back side and bring it back down. And a lot of times this fold right here will end up being about where my girth is most of the time anyway, but about 10 or 12 inches, and I've still got a fairly long tail right here. Now I want to come from my horse's tail towards my horse's eye, and then I'll come back up through my D-ring and right back through this loop, making that cowboy knot. And I don't cinch this down, but that is very safe, very secure, and my saddle is ready to be put away either in storage, in my horse trailer, tack room, wherever, or if I'm getting ready to go to another horse, it's here, and this will never come undone, get dragged on the ground or anything like that. And then when I am ready to saddle up my horse or whatever, my next horse, it's very easy. This is done like that. And then when I bring my girth up and I start, see, right there, one smooth motion, and we're ready to go. So when you're starting young colts or you're saddling for the first time, this is very fast and very smooth, and this is why we've picked up this habit of doing our saddle this way. So again, we fold this backwards, just like this, come up through my D-ring, back down, and I've got a nice loop here from my horse's tail up to his eye, up through, and I make the traditional cowboy knot. And I don't have to tighten it down, and that stays there, and will always be secure. It doesn't get bad, nasty kinks in it, unwanted memory in the leather. And then we can step around to the other side, and I'll show you how. So every saddle has these cinch keepers. Even from the cheapest made saddle brands, they all put them on here. And it's kind of like cars and seat belts. They don't do any good if you don't use them, but every saddle maker puts them on there for a reason. Because a lot of people, they take their girth or their cinches and they just flop them up over their saddle like this. But I found that when you're carrying your saddle around, either going back to the tack room or coming to your horse or whatever, a lot of times these things will just end up falling down and get dragged through the ground or whatever, and we don't want that. So I take my front girth and I want to fold this up backwards, just like this, where this stays very nice, very flat, doesn't have any kinks or twists in it. And I'll take my back girth and I give it a small fold like this. And then I can put the two buckles together, run up through my keeper, and buckle it in. And I've got a small twist up here, but my big flank girth, it's very flat, doesn't get any unwanted memories. My front cinch stays nice and flat. It can air out, it can dry, and my saddle's prepared to go either to the next horse or to get put in storage for any amount of time. I hope you folks find this information helpful, and if you do, please let us know. Make some comments, hit like, hit share, and we'll keep trying to do these short little videos and be helpful. Till next time, we'll see you.